Hi guys, it's Blackie for Shaman's Forge. Okay, this is an update. As those of you that follow my channel heard, I went to Ohio back in November, about 2 weeks ago now, and went and camped up there with Dan Lutz in Xena, Ohio, Jackson, Ohio area for a trapping class that Dan was putting on. We camped outdoors and there was snow on the ground when I got there, which served a bucket list of mine. I never got to camp with snow before. But back to many people have asked since I said I was going to be camping in this hammock, the Onewind Hammock system, how was it? Okay? It was a rousing success. It really, really was. Now, let me set the stage so you'll understand what's going on. The temperature, the 2 nights before we got there was 7 degrees. Yeah. I left 80s and 90s in Alabama and went up there, so I am not acclimated to this yet. I got there and I'm wearing 3 layers. I'm wearing a Polypro long handle base layer. I'm wearing a wool next layer. And then finally I'm wearing a cover layer on top of that. Okay? And I had a heavy toboggan on for warm. For the sleeping arrangement, I had my Onewind hammock, the blanket, the underquilt, and then the Onewind tarp up. And I had it, fully enclosed on front and back. I also had a sheepskin that I had as a chair cover. I laid down the hammock and I laid on top of that. Okay. My cover element on top was a black bag and the Gore-Tex outer cover MS Sleep System of the U.S. Army. I turned the bag upside down, I stuck my feet into the bag, and then I pulled the bag over me and tucked it in on the sides. That was my top cover insulation. I was warm. The night was down like 17, 19 degrees. It was in the teens, and the second night it was into the 20s. I was warm, and it was simply because the hammock did its job with that underquilt. It trapped the air. It held the adjustability of the underquilt, allowed me to trap it against my body where it was not impinging me, but it was trapping pockets all length of my body. And so any body heat was being trapped in that system. And due to the way that the tarp, as I've showed in other videos, drops down, basically makes a hanging tent around me, I didn't have a lot of wind blowing directly on me. It was going underneath, but not directly on me in my sleeping system. So I was extremely warm. I slept 5+ hours in it, and when I woke up, I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't wake up because I was warm. So, my 2 cents worth, guys. This is a really, really good hammock system for the price. I got the system. I'm very, very happy with the system. And if you're looking for a hammock system, I recommend the Onewind hammock. I really do. How much so? I'm getting rid of my Hennessy hammock that I've used for 10 years. This is a lot better. It's light, it's handy. This is the hammock, mosquito net, everything. Okay? This is the full tarp set, everything. That's taking up the same, if not less space, and I could really crush this down a whole lot more, but the same or less space of that big Hennessy, and it gives me a whole lot more virtue, and so I'm going with it now. This is going to be my sleep system. I had got this with the idea of, could I do the winter camp at Frozen Foot coming up in February, and I'm absolutely sure I'm going to be able to do it. Really, really am. I think this is going to be a no problem. So if you're looking for one, I suggest it. Now, along that line, my good friend Randy Smith at stitchgear.com, the ones that make my knife sheaths, has become the United States dealer, a dealer in the United States for Onewind now, because he saw my hammocks and got him into it. And I'll put some pictures right here of Dan Lutz in my hammock. As you remember me talking about, Dan's 6'8", right at 400 pounds. And he fits in this hammock easily and was rather warm and toasty when he laid down in it. Several people tried it, including Randy. And everybody was impressed for it. The whole system together at retail right now is somewhere around $250 or so. And that's everything. You can't even touch a lot of these other hammocks, you know, for that. And the load limit on the hammock's 1,000 pounds. The Hennessy's is 300. So I'm not bad-mouthing Hennessy. Love that product, respect that product, but this is where Blackie's going now. Till next time, guys, I'm Blackie for Shaman's Forge Woodscraft. Wishing you safe journeys. Have a great day, guys.